this week's edition of Chung's Martial Arts Academy Weekly Technique Video Series. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I've been a little bit short on my weekly technique videos. Things have just gotten really busy in the summer. It happened. We've got a big tournament coming up and we've done a lot of preparing for that. This week's video will be a little bit condensed from the normal versions. So apologies up front right there. In the future here, I'm going to try and get one out every 2 weeks or so. Secondly, what's wrong with my picture here? This belt doesn't look very good, does it? Well, that leads me into this technique. It is the most difficult technique for most beginners. Is tying your belt correctly. And trust me, if you don't get it down as a beginner, you'll keep tying it incorrectly all the way until the advanced ranks, until we have a black belt that's wearing their belt like this. You can see, I'm sure you noticed right away, how pathetic it looks. And I'll start out by saying it's disrespectful to yourself, to the school, and to your instruction to wear a belt like this. It's completely inappropriate. The biggest thing I have on my wall in this dojo is House of Discipline, right over here. House of Discipline. Is this a very good representation of a House of Discipline if I'm not even tying my belt correctly? I think it says a lot about your students if you see everyone lined up, especially the kids, and they all have a belt tied correctly. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just show you the method I do to tie the belt. Students here can use this video as a reference and use that to tie their belt. But from here, we're going to do this mess, if I can even do so. And start from the beginning. First thing, very important, make sure both ends of the belt are evenly lengthed. Right here. Even length. Place in the center of your body. Wrap one side around only. Notice that it is not crossed in the back, just one side around. Trapping it down, use as a placeholder. And then take the other side around without this side falling down. We'll then take this side and place it underneath this belt so that I don't have any ugly crosses in the front or the back. Then I'm going to take the belt that's currently on the top and wrap that underneath both belts. Right? Doing that ensures that you create one solid line all the way around your body. From here, I'm going to place the bottom one on the bottom and the top on the top. From here, take the bottom one, loop it through, pull sideways here. Do not pull up and down. As you can see, this is not very pretty either. It's crooked. Okay, a few common mistakes. Number one, starting like this. Automatically, you have a cross in the back now. Okay? Number two. Okay, we've got it all the way around in the front. Everything's looking good here. We don't stick this one underneath. So, as you can see, we've got a cross. Okay? Stick this one underneath. Now, perhaps the worst and most ugly mistake from this point is not wrapping this one underneath, wrapping it only under the top, the first belt coming down here. Notice what happens. I have two belts. You will see people tie their belt this way. Clearly, it's not correct, right? So, undo that mess. Take this belt and wrap it underneath and through the top. Tie your knot, and you should have a nice solid line all the way through, although I might have made a slight mistake here doing all that practice on the arrows. But yep, I wound up with a cross. So I'll take you through it one more time the correct way. From here, make sure the lengths are even. Touch, wrap one side completely around, other completely around, loop under and through, pull tight. You have one solid belt. Then pull to the sides. Thank you.